Hey guys, it's me, Ryan. I decided I was going to make a YouTube channel, so here I am today to play a little bit of Terraria, and we're gonna maybe see if we can get something started today. So I'm gonna do single player, and as you can see, I've played this game for quite a while. I'm gonna make a new character. We can just make a random character, maybe. That's looks alright, I suppose. And we'll just keep it on softcore for right now. Now, I'm not sure what we can name this guy, so we're gonna be really creative here. And, yeah. So we're just gonna remove that real quick, favorite that person, and we're gonna make a new world as well. Gonna make it large, normal. If you beat your last world, if you go into hard mode, you can actually choose what biome you want right here. So I personally like the corruption better. I like the Brain of Cthulhu as a boss in pre-hard mode, but personally I prefer the hard mode corruption. I don't really like the Iker spitters or anything like that, so. Well, I'm not sure what we could name this one, so we could just kinda do whatever there. And we can go ahead and get started here. Alright, so now we are in our new world here. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I suppose I probably should have thought of that before we did that. We're gonna go ahead and turn the volume down a little bit on this. Alright, that should hopefully be a little bit better. So what we're going to start doing here is going to start cutting down some trees as you would. Cole here is going to protect us for a little bit while we get this going. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to do just yet for building. I tend to make above ground houses for the most part. I'm thinking you might want to try out maybe an underground house, but the problem with that personally for me is that I'm not very good at decorating that kind of thing, and it's just I've never been too much of a good builder. So yeah, so we're getting some boreal wood. Looks really nice actually. Probably one of my favorite variants. If I were to get some oak real quick, I can show you the difference. You can also find boreal wood in underground as well, in the little caves. So there's the difference right there. We might, if we end up doing a snow biome, I think that would be nice. The only problem is it is in post hard mode, very early game. If it ever starts raining really hard, then we're gonna have to deal with ice giants, frost giants. So here we go is our first enemy. Got some of these shurikens from the pots. We could go ahead and start exploring down there, but what I'm probably gonna do now is grab a little bit more wood and then maybe start up a little base right here. So I've decided we're probably just gonna start maybe doing an underground house. But you can always change it later if we really need to. If anything, we just build on top of the underground bits. That way it's not too hard to change. I'm gonna try to kill these guys real quick. Oh, you probably switch to the shurikens. Get the double damage on right there. 2 for 1. Alright, so I'm just gonna start digging into here, and hopefully I'll have enough wood to get things going here. Right, so that's we're gonna use this to try to block off the slimes really quickly. I'm gonna maybe follow the kind of shape of the hill itself. Maybe just give it like a kind of like an igloo feel or something like that. Alright, so we're getting this out of the way here. Now, for a room to be counted, like as an actual room that an NPC can move into, it has to have a certain number of blocks, which isn't that much, or it's blocks you can stand on. So if you use platforms, like only platforms, it won't work. So you have to have at least one block you can stand on. So I'm gonna actually have to make a workbench really quickly. We can go ahead and do the aesthetic boreal wood bench right here. And we're gonna make a hammer, if I can find it really quickly. There's one right there up here, wooden hammer. There we go. Nimble too, gives a little speed upgrade. And if you press left control, then you will be able to do this little build mode slash, like, it's basically, it'll target blocks for you, which can be very helpful, but it can also end up messing you up later on. If you have like a more high-end hammer, it can just tear through your walls and it'll take a little bit to put it all back. So I'm going to do this and probably just going to stick with boreal wood for the walls. And that right there will happen as well, where you accidentally hit the blocks. Oh, I guess I didn't. Never mind. That's just me being not so smart. There we go. Maybe get a little bit of curvature going on there. So we're gonna make some boreal wood, and you can just turn all of it into. You never really. I'm obviously not gonna need 344, but whatever you don't use, you can always just put back into. You can just turn them back into regular wood. It's 4 in 1. Now eventually I'll probably just want to take out some of these wood walls here and replace them with a with some glass. But unfortunately haven't discovered any deserts yet, so that'll just have to wait. So we're gonna make some torches now with some slime and wood. These are always handy to have around, not only for lighting up your home, but also to go ahead and explore some caves, which we'll be doing pretty shortly. Now this room is almost done. I'm just gonna go ahead and replace some of these snow blocks with boreal wood. Trying to get all of that right there. And I've always liked the inventory system that Terraria's had, allowing you to pick it up and just build things like that. It's always fun. It makes things a lot simpler as well. Oops. I say that as I just jump right into a torch. If you right click on a torch, you'll break it too. But if it were me, I'd probably just have it to where you can only press right click on it. So that way you wouldn't be able to accidentally hit it when you're in a cave or anything. Which is, it's happened to me before. Now another thing we might want to utilize later is the ice bricks. Those are really nice. I've just always liked the boreal wood aesthetic. So we're going to get this wall in here really quickly. Right here. Now your character is 3 blocks high. You always keep that in mind. You can make a door, which is actually part of the requirements for a room to be eligible. So we're going to put this back down, and we're going to make a door. Boreal wood, of course. And we're going to place that down really quickly. Now if you get some ice, I believe, there's a way you can make blue torches, which is right here, where you have 3 torches and ice. I think these look alright. I don't know if I'd like to live in a house with blue torches. I think they're okay. Now there's like if it were an ice thing like we might eventually end up doing, I'd consider it. But at the moment, I think I'm just gonna stick with the blue or just the regular torches. So I'm gonna take those down really quickly. Now if we if we check over here, this is how you can check to see if this is a house. So it'll tell you it's missing a chair. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a chair as well. Right here, or no, we can use the Boreal one, right? There we go. Alright, and then it'll place whichever way you're facing, like you're pulling in a chair. So I always like, I mean, you'd obviously want it to face the table, of course. So now if we check, this should be able to house an NPC. There we go. So now if we click on him, throw him in there, there we go. Alright. So now what we're gonna do is maybe block off this area really quickly. And that's not gonna be permanent. For the moment, we're just gonna maybe hop down into this ice cave, see if we can't do anything. Now what I am gonna do first is maybe I'm gonna see if I can make a wooden sword really quickly. But hold on, I'm probably going to actually remake all of my walls into wood now, seeing as I don't need them anymore. That would give us a little bit more. It's always handy to have wood around in your while you're exploring. And another thing that you can get down in the caves are actually chests, and that will save you some iron if you ever want to make them. I always find myself not having enough iron to make them, but, you know, not enough inventory space, so I end up throwing things out. Which, you know, in games like these, it's always, like, kind of a good thing to hoard stuff sometimes, because you might never know when you need something. So we have wooden sword here. I just throw them away. Honestly, they don't really even sell for that much. If you get 50 silver, I only have one, you can get the merchant to move in, and he sells the piggy bank, which is really nice to have because you can basically have your own little inventory space wherever you want. If you think about it, it would be like the ender chest in Minecraft, or something like that. So I could just, you know, pick it up, put it down really quickly. The only thing is you have to have it on platforms, so you can't just put it on the ground. That's one thing I've learned, or that I wish I knew when I first got one. There is actually a pretty cool item you can get. It's called the money trough, where you click on it and it will create a flying pig that will act as a piggy bank, like a normal piggy bank. Alright, so I've gotten the hammers now, and if you see over here, there's a zombie right here. I can't take him on just yet, but eventually we'll be able to take him out, no problem. Oops, I'm gonna die. This is not well planned out here. Here, we're gonna have to throw some of these down really quickly. That guy's gonna hop over it. They're gonna get smart real quick. There we go. Aw, man. Alright, I used to be really bad about not lighting up caves. I've learned that. Okay, so we'll see here. There is no cave here, which is somewhat disappointing, but it's not a huge deal. We can always come back and do it later. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to sit in my house and I will cut to when it is daytime. Okay, well, as you can probably see, I seem to have a bit of a zombie infestation in my home. I saw like 3 fallen stars off to my right, and I figured, and I only saw this one zombie. I let them in and try to kill them, right? And there's like 4 of them like just stacked on top of each other. And I don't know if you can see that, but they're making like a whole little brownish blend over there because they all have these different healths. This guy's gonna chase me down. Probably gonna kill me too. Don't know what I'm gonna do. This is true action right here. I call this the stab and dab. No. Okay. Let's see. The stick and trick. It is a wooden sword after all. So I'm actually just gonna go ahead and maybe do a bit of exploring off to the left while my house gets eradicated of all of its inhabitants by the zombies, and hopefully the zombies will take the hint and get out. So, oh, I just heard something get killed over here. Was that a bird? Yes, I guess it was. Alright, well, okay. Hey buddy, look, I really appreciate what you're trying to do, but I can't have that right now. I'm doing something. I was gonna go exploring and all of that. Yep, okay. We've gotten a little closer to death than I would have liked today. I'm gonna go, oh, alright, I guess I was frozen there. Okay, we're gonna check down here maybe. I can, oh yeah, there's nothing down here. It's honestly, every time, hit or miss. You can either, you know, stumble upon this one cave that you're going to use for like the rest of the game. Or, well, 90% of the time it's just going to be one random little hole that leads to a pit. Half the time you won't even be able to get out of said pit. This looks promising though. These caves with the hills usually end up going somewhere. I found in my experience. Always hit pots. They can contain money or torches, and they're very handy to find down in this area. That is alright, so that's a green slime, so that's not a big deal. Now I actually have some rope here that we can use. Rope is also always a good thing to have, because if you were to, you know, if you need to get back up, obviously it's right there. So here we go, our first chest right here. We're just gonna break these pots really quickly. Alright, I'm gonna open that up. Boomerang, nice. Okay, so that's pretty good. And a hand grenade, or just a grenade, I suppose. So lead bar is always nice. We might be able to make an anvil with that if we get enough stone. Recall potion. Recall potions are actually really nice. Those act as those allow you to teleport back to your spawn point. So if we get too deep to where we can't get out again, we can always just use the recall potion to get us back home. Alright, so I'm going to grab this lead real quick. Okay. Alright, and then we want to get some stone as well for the furnace. You can use the furnace. Furnace is something you'll use most of the game. Other different variants of it. Depending on what you get in hard mode, you can get adamantite furnace or a titanium furnace. I personally like the look of the titanium better. Not titanium, sorry. The adamantite better, because I just think it looks nicer. The red really pops out. Okay, so we're probably gonna want to put another rope down here. I'm not sure how I got so much rope, but I am thankful for it. We're actually about to run out of torches here, so we're gonna try to make these count real quick. Alright, so do we want to go down there? That is the question. And I think yes, we do want to go down there. The trick is, the deeper you go, the more, higher level enemies you'll encounter. So if you hear that music change, that means we're getting closer to the next biome, which I believe is just called underground, but I could be completely wrong about that. Alright, right here is some emeralds. If we go grab those real quick, if you get enough of those. Alright, so I'm gonna grab that. And I always like to get more torches, but actually, you know what, we did kill a lot of slimes, so we're gonna be able to get 45, I believe. Yep, okay, so now we have 46 torches. That's more than enough to get this place lit up. Alright. I think this is platinum. Alright, so it's raining outside. That's never fun, because you have these flying fish. Very annoying. Or like demonized, but in the daytime. Now, they're just more of a nuisance later on, but in early game, they're never a good thing to have come up to you. So we're gonna grab this platinum here. Platinum is gold tier, so it's the best ore armor we could find. Armor, trademarked, by the way. I don't. Sometimes I try to maybe even, depending on what kind of run I'm thinking about doing. I don't know. We have this boomerang right here. We might want to do melee. This is melee, right? Yes. Okay. So we might want to do a warrior playthrough, but you know, there's always a chance that we might do something else. I personally like the yo-yos, which is a melee subclass. So we might want to do something like that. So maybe like a sword melee combo. And that's what I like about this game, is you can, your accessories that you can get, if you mix and match them right, you can get some pretty cool combinations. Like, previously I did, one where it was like half summoner, half yo-yo person, and it was a lot of fun, because I could have like 3 or 4, guys to fight for me, and I could have this yo-yo, so I can always stay kind of stay back. And have my guys fight for me, but, you know, at the same time be able to defend myself. So, of course, there are pros and cons to each class that you might want to choose, and it's mainly just like how much, it's mostly like health that the armor gives you, and how much attack you can do. Like, if you're a mage, depending on what armor set you have, like if you have the Spectre armor, you're not going to have as much, depending on what hood you have, actually. You'll either do a lot of damage or barely any at all. But if you choose the healing one, you, as the name implies, you can heal yourself and others with every hit, or every few hits. I'm not sure. Which I always. Oh, I think is that a chest room down there? No, I don't think so. But there is a hurt piece, and that is always nice to find. So what we're gonna do here is make some platforms to get over there. I can save up on some boreal wood, so we won't have to get some whenever we go back up. All right. Okay, life crystal, nice. We're gonna go ahead and pop that off real quick. So now we have 120 health. I think we're gonna do a little bit more exploring today before we end off, and I don't know what that is. I heard something. I'm sure we're about to find out. Oops. Oh man, 2 health. I don't have it. Oh, I do have a potion. Wow, 2 health. I guess it's a good thing we got that. Good thing we got that life crystal there. Alright, so I think this is there's an underground desert right over here, which can be, yes, okay, I can see it over there. So I'm actually gonna head the other way, because the underground desert can be a very dangerous place for a low tier player, such as myself, of course. You're gonna grab the silver. This would be considered to be like mid-range. Gold and platinum would be top range. This would be considered mid-range. Okay, so there's a nice little water cave right here. Can't really see too much up there. I might want to try to backtrack real quick. And of course there's a slime up there as well. It's always fun. I don't think slimes can like go through platforms. They can go up through them. Oh, that's a worm. Oh, that's not good. Those guys are a little bit dangerous, to say the very least. I'm not sure we're gonna be able to. We might die here. Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay. Right, 12 silver. That's pretty, that's not the best to lose right now. Okay, well. Oh boy, and I forgot it's raining too. So we're gonna have some fun getting back here. I do hope that the zombies are now gone. But I forgot that why I was getting it and making it run into the slime right there. But if we have 3 fallen stars, which we almost have enough for another one, we can make a mana crystal. So they're not really useful unless we're thinking about doing a mage run. Now that's definitely something that's possible, but we're gonna have to go ahead and see if we want to do that later on. This is actually a good time to stop here, seeing as we just died. I hope that I'm going to stick with this and make some new videos, because I really enjoy doing this kind of stuff, and I don't do it often enough. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.